Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall is 25 to 12, 25 minutes away from midnight. Still the old-fashioned way. In no man's land, I brought the laptop to a computer shop today, and they couldn't figure it out. They said that it was updated and it must be a different system now. But there's a couple of things that aren't shown up on the screen, as in done and publish to YouTube. So they said to get in contact with the crowd, but I don't know. We'll have to see what to do. It's making it awkward for me to try and get things set up. I have a plethora of stuff to go through. I'll go through it as fast as I can. Today we had 4. Spiritual ran all right on the ground. The winner was the first one I discounted yesterday evening, which was with the Johnsons. It was pulled out a couple of times when it was soft and heavy ground. And the money poured in for it today. Minugia, the trainer, I think I said it there a few weeks ago, a lot of his horses run best, it seems, on heavy ground. Hence why they run so well in France. Then we had Prague. Someone told me went 9-1 in running. Decent horse. That'll improve. No end. It'll be a good horse next year. Bought that for 10 grand out of Coolmore. I don't know what Coolmore paid for it. Epic Port was disappointing. And Lord Bertie went out to an each way price to 6-1, 13-2 all day. He was a bit carried away in the finish by the winner. I don't know if there was Stewart's Inquiry. I was watching it in the Blue Bookies, actually, in town. A couple of bus horses won today. Bubbling, that we had a winner in Galway on, gutted it out well. And Novello, a horse we won at 25-1 before, won in Wolverhampton this evening. Didn't have a pound on. I had Bubbling in a Trixie. I had nothing on Novello, even though I had it marked out sort of to look at later, but I didn't. Anyway, on to tomorrow. The City of Dales handicap in Ripon is on at 3:20, heavy ground. There's a horse there that loves cut in the ground, even though it's 10-year-old, is Dakota Gold. Anytime it won, it was always soft. Ran lately, good ground. Doesn't like it. But even when it was good to soft and Ripon, 3 runs back to second to Marine Wave. It rated 90 that day. It's gone down £2. But its wins was soft on Redcar, soft in Doncaster, one in York on goodish ground, and 3 soft when it won in 2020. But I don't think it ever ran on heavy, and I always said to myself, if this goes on heavy ground, I'll back it. Hence, tomorrow, each way at a big price. The outside of the field of 12, well, there's 11 now, there's one runner, it's 16-1. Some of the bookies are still paying 4 places. On to Haydock we go. Our buddy Earls is running in the first race, and I see a comment left by the owner, Martin Sheridan, that they're expecting a good run, that is in good form. I wonder how many will leave the Pale tomorrow to head to Haydock, and I wonder what day will they arrive back on. Last year when he won, they missed the boat and they came back a day later. I hope the same thing happens this year. Ross Collin is out carrying a £5 penalty after winning the other day. That Radeberg for George Bowie, that likes heavy ground. Earls is only £2 higher, rated 89 now than when it won over the track before. So Best of luck, Martin, and we will back it for you, and we will park the bus at the furlong pole to offer as much encouragement as possible. The 205 at Haydock is a maiden. The 240 at Haydock. A horse that I tipped up last week, but it didn't run. Nariko. I said that this was put away, I thought, for cutting the ground to come. It's a 9-2 shot with 365, which is a strong recommendation to back it each way. I can't show you the video, but some of you have seen it last week. It won snug enough in Haydock last May on soft ground. Even though it has won in Kimpton, which was with Kevin Ryan, it looks to be liking the soft ground better. Wob 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 is second favourite, and Trilby, I like the ground, one that won a couple of times for us before. That'll like the ground heavy, but Nariko is the pick in that. I have a few at Haydock because I think there's reason to back them, even though at bigger prices, because the ground is suitable. There's a horse there of Haydock Earls in the 315. It's a big price as well. It's 12 or 14 to 1. Change of mind. It won't mind the ground. I hope it doesn't change its mind in doing so. It won with cut on the ground, but it was second in Hamilton over heavy ground. 2 runs back, 89. It's up a pound higher than that. There's a few that won't go on the ground. That one that will. The 5 o'clock. I think I'll make this the nap of the day. The 5 o'clock, the 1 mile 6. Taking on the Fav. The Fav is Free Speech. We're taking it on with Percy Shelly. Percy Shelly runs off 84, up £2 for his last run, which was over an inadequate 1-4 at Dundee. But when you look at it, when it came to France, or from France, to David O'Meara, it was rated 100. That was this time last year. It had 2 runs last year just to put him away for the winter. Then this year it started off 95, so it's down. It was down £13 before it ran the last day, and I think mile 6, cutting the ground, big strong horse, let him off. So that's the nap tomorrow. We go to Newmarket. The Camber Shar is on tomorrow. 37 declared. There's a couple out already. I see Penzance is out. Curragh is out. Watchamate is out. And Crackshot is out. So that's that's 4 out. That's leaving 33. The two that love the ground, the likes of Look Back Smiling that won for us before. The draw, you need to be high down through the years. 35, 26, 21, 25, 29, 21, 29, 28. You have to go back to 2015 to have a single digit winner drawn, and also 2013. One of them was a 3-year-old. I'm going for a 3-year-old with a low draw. Would you believe that? But we have a bus horse in it. This song is for you. Heavily gambled all week, but you wouldn't know. The bookies are just plain scared. They'll put them up at 10 to 1, and if any bit of movement, they just move them in a few points. But it's gone at 6 to 1 the field now. 8 to 1 actually. It's 10 to 1 now, so we're drifting. That won for us the last day at 9 to 1, wasn't it? So as a bus horse, we could back him with 6 places. Small bet, but the main selection in it is a 3-year-old for Eve Johnson Houghton, Balmacara. The key to this horse is soft ground. We know it, we've seen it running the day that was second to Percy on soft ground last July in Sandown. 1 run since, which was on good ground, to second to Flying Frontier. But Percy that day gave it £6. But Percy is rated 110 now. It won for us, rated 110 actually. I said before about that horse that I said if on a soft ground, I like that horse. Terrible draw though, but it's a 14-1 shot. So hopefully it'll at least place. Yeah, 14s. It's 21s on the machine. That's not a great sign. We go to the Curragh. I see Leeds. Our buddy was in Dundalk tonight, having a bit of fun in Dundalk. And we have Greek Flower running tomorrow. It's slightly down in class. It has just 3 seconds there. It has went up in the handicap for being so consistent. It was second at 78, 84 and 85 is 87 now. But a second on good ground before good yield, and it won the race on his side, or her side, when Amazon Lady was the far side on the rail. But back in each way, it's a 7-1 shot. We have Transcendental won for us there, but it was disappointing the last day. I think that's better at 5. The favourite is Kiki for Eddie Lynham. We'll go with Greek Flower, 7-1 shot, 5 places. On to Listowel, down to the Kingdom, the final day tomorrow. We've a bus horse running in the 325, Brilliant Light, won for us across the pond lately. But I just don't know, well, we can back it because anyone that backed it the last day. I think there could be a plot job here. It could be Toto Too for Gavin Cromwell, for Basil Holian. Though the soft ground tomorrow, and the last time it ran on soft to heavy was when it hosed up in a novice hurl in Naas. It was going well on good ground the time it was brought down, and it won its bumper in Killarney last August on soft ground, beating Royal Hollow. It's a 6-1 shot. Handbrake should be off tomorrow. Toto Too is the selection. Staying in Listowel, we have a handicap hurl. We have a horse that won before for us, the Galway Gallivanter. It's a tricky enough race though. I probably won't write up that, but probably to get. But Moonovercloon in the 430, the big 30,000 to the winner. This was last seen in Galway, running over hurdles, but that was a day after it had ran Battle Over Doyen to a nose in the Blazers. They ran it back the next day. It was 11 lengths back to flank and manoeuvre. Change of jockey. No, the same jockey is riding it that day. This is J. Smith. But over fences, it has run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And it finishes second, third, fell, and second. That'll be an each way bet in that race. And there's a race at 5:05. There's an outsider that might be worth a few pound each way. Might be trained for the race with an informed trainer. He had 3 today. Eric McNamara. Decimation. Richie Barton in the bike. But this was rated 135 over hurdles. 139 actually. One at 128. But moved from Henry de Bromhead to Eric McNamara. First run was this January in a claim and hurdle on heavy ground, so it'll go on the ground. And it, down along the line it fell in the ratings then. So it's in a chase tomorrow, rated 104. So it's only a 9-year-old. Could have been trained for the race. A lot of them, small trainers, train for the race, or train for their owners down there. Great racing in Belmont tomorrow night. I'll have a look at that and try and get an earlier video up tomorrow evening. And if I don't get video up, I'll post them in the description. You have the Joe Hirsch turf is on. Silver Knot, Warlike Goddess is in it, and you have the Vosburg. The Vosburg is on tomorrow night too. It's always a good pointer to the Breeders' Cup. And you have the Pilgrim Stakes. So I'll see what's in that. So I'll get this into the oven and see how long it'll take. It could be morning before it's up. Bash the bookies. Over and out.